when a billionaire tech mogul flung his gold-plated watch at a fuel technician. I knew my Thursday was about to explode. I'm Maya, operations supervisor at Willow Creek Regional Airport, a quiet strip that usually hosts Cessnas and the occasional corporate jet. The Gulfstream G650 from Vortex Dynamics touched down, its tail flashing the company logo. The pilot radioed, "Captain Adrian Voss will be in a hurry." Voss, former startup founder turned billionaire, has a reputation for treating anyone outside his board like an inconvenience. The ramp door hissed and Voss stormed out in a custom leather jacket, entourage in tow. He barked, "Where's my fuel? I don't have time for your checklist." He snatched the fuel hose and tossed it over his shoulder. Luis, the fuel tech, tried to explain the safety steps. "Sir, we must verify pressure and temperature before we start." "It's standard," he said. Voss slammed his hand on the cart. "Do it now or I'll have you fired." He kicked a baggage cart, sending suitcases skittering across the tarmac. Then he jabbed toward the weather station. "What is this, some antique junk? How do you expect accurate readings from this rust bucket?" Claire, the meteorologist, tried to answer, but he waved her off. "Just tell me when I can take off." The crew froze. I stepped forward, hoping calm might help. "Mr. Voss, I'm Maya, operations supervisor. We can accommodate you, but we still have to follow safety protocols." He glared. "Do you know who I am? I could buy this whole airport tomorrow and replace everyone with people who understand how to work." He pulled out his phone, aimed it at me and started recording. "Watch how incompetent these small-town workers are. This is why the industry needs real leaders." I swallowed my frustration. Losing my cool would only make things worse. I slipped away, texted my brother Ethan, the regional FAA director. "Need you on the line. Airport incident." He called back immediately. "Maya, I'm on this. Keep the jet grounded until we complete the safety checklist. No exceptions." When I returned, I told Voss, "The FAA has been notified. We have to finish the pre-fuel inspection before we can proceed." He sneered. "I own more companies than you have employees." I kept my tone even. "I'm not threatening you, Mr. Voss. I'm protecting everyone's safety, including yours. If you refuse to comply, the FAA can revoke your clearance to land here." He stared at the fuel hose, then at the crew, then at the weather station. A flicker of doubt crossed his face. "Fine," he spat. "But I'll make a full report to my board about how this place can't handle a billionaire's schedule." The technicians completed the checklist, calibrated the sensors, and the jet refueled under proper supervision. I escorted Voss to the ramp where Ethan and a senior FAA inspector performed a brief verification. The inspector nodded, signed off, and handed Voss a compliance report. As the jet taxied toward the runway, Voss caught my eye. For a split second his expression softened, not in apology, but in recognition that his power had limits. He turned to the crew and in a whisper said, "Thanks for the fuel." It wasn't much, but it was the first time he'd spoken without a sneer. The jet lifted off, disappearing into the morning sky. I watched it go, relief washing over me. Ethan called, "Good work, Maya. That could have turned into a serious incident." I laughed out of breath. Just another Thursday at Willow Creek, right? The lesson stayed with me long after the runway lights dimmed. No amount of wealth can erase the rules that keep us safe. Power may command attention, but respect is earned through responsibility. If you think you can bulldoze protocols with a phone and a wallet, you'll find the real authority lies with the people who enforce the standards. That experience reaffirmed why I stay on the ramp, because the safety of every passenger, crew member, and even the arrogant billionaire depends on the quiet resolve of those who refuse to let shortcuts take off.